Hello everyone to ownership report number 5. Let me know in the chat, please, if you can hear me, if you can see me, if everything works. Today we have a really exciting episode with Umbra. As some of you probably know, Umbra is a core sponsor and a massive supporter of ownership, which we're incredibly thankful for. And today we're going to be going through some of their updates, through some of some of the news that they've been having over the past few weeks. It's been a massive month of May for the ownership ecosystem and specifically for Umbra. So without further ado, today I'm gonna be starting off this segment with Abbas, the CEO of Umbra, and we're gonna go through the newest updates and see also what's next. So Abbas, I've just added you up to the stream. Let me know. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes, I can hear you. Just let me know
Perfect,
if
perfect.
I'm good as
How are
well.
you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm excited. There's a lot of stuff happening. Umbra's, um, yeah, we're racing, we're trying to win, and it's been fun.
Yeah, and so many new things. I think today we're only going to be able to talk about three or four big topics. But even the teaser you posted today is like, wow, you're even building private payroll. So like, just I'm really excited. And let's dive right in. We have a few topics, but I think the first thing I would like to cover is the dashboard on the ownership website you made for Umbra. So can you dive a little bit deeper into it? And I added the share screen so we can also show how it looks and what does it actually do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the entire platform was built for transparency and audits, right? That is, we care deeply about people finding and people being able to explore and understand Umbra's current status, future plans, participate, engage with us. That's the intent of it. The dashboard is our way of communicating real time stats on uh, metrics that matter most. Some metrics are harder than the other to do, especially when you run a privacy protocol. It's extremely hard to um, do very specific metrics that may risk anonymity. So we have to be very careful on what we can share and cannot share. And by the way, stuff we cannot share, stuff we do not have access to either. So we only share stuff that we literally can do on the protocol level. So here, this dashboard will show you the entire token pool and token pool TVL. So you'll be able to see the split across a few tokens that we have live as of right now. And I'll speak about that as well going forward. You should be able to scroll and find some level of granularity as well in the pool itself. There will be more metrics coming soon that should give you a deeper picture into Umbra. We've been on mainnet for about like a month now, give or take a little over that, I suppose. And yeah, things are going to ramp up from here.
Perfect. So seeing here, I see that the largest pool obviously is Umbra, and I see that on the share we have Umbra with 66%, about two thirds, and then USDT, USDC, Sol, and Cash. Could you tell a little bit what's the plans on expanding this? Do you think about it going with like a permissionless route where anyone can create a pool and add tokens and like make like a shielded pool for any token, or do you want to be a little bit more structured and kind of release one by one? Because obviously, like I want to see Bitcoin here, I want to see some other
Yeah.
assets, but maybe I want to see some smaller tokens like RAR or something similar.
Yeah, that's actually a bang on question because that's the future that we're looking for. And I can give you more insights on that without revealing too much. But
Mhm.
um, the way I see it is Umbra is your go to destination for bring your own private money, create your own private money, create your own private asset. Like there is a plethora of assets available on the internet, and we want you to be able to make any and every asset private, have any form of money that you want. So, for example, you probably care more about a currency that we don't care as much about, or someone else doesn't care much about, or a boss doesn't care as much about. But you deserve the right to be able to transact privately in said currency. That could be a crypto asset in its entirety, or it could be an actual currency that's tokenized, or could be a stock for that matter, could be a commodity, doesn't matter. Maybe you like transacting in gold, right? And you like to preserve your assets in gold. You should be able to do that. So, as for our plans, we will kick off permission pools pretty soon. By that, I mean we will enable very specific pools that we think are high demand pools that we have plenty of interest from allocators and people that want to shield said assets, and we'll share more on exact dates about that. But at some point in the future, probably sooner rather than later, you should be able to spin up your own pools. There's an interesting mechanism we've designed that we think is one of its kind, that literally nobody else could do. And we think it's going to benefit Umbra, the network, Umbra's users, and every single app and is like app and team using Umbra's SDK.
Fantastic, fantastic. I mean, I have so many more questions, but since we had this is just the first topic, I don't want to dive too deep. But before we move on to the next, could you tell me overall about this ownership website? What are on the side? What are the things that are going to be most valuable for me as an investor and as a user
Yeah.
to follow from these
Yeah.
tabs?
I mean, it depends what kind of an investor you are. So you have to like look at yourself as a participant or a holder of Umbra and decide. Or if you're not a home holder of Umbra, for example, and you're trying to research about Umbra, this is probably the go-to place to start with. At least you'll get like a decent amount of metrics to begin with. But if you're someone as an investor and wants to keep up with Umbra, you can use that too. You can just go to a dashboard and find out metrics about Umbra. But what if you're an investor and a holder that wants to actively contribute to the success of Umbra? How are you going to do that? You probably want to find ways to work with us, right? You can join the team, potentially apply for a role, write about us, and so on. But we created a structured way for you to do it. That is tasks and bounties, where you can go and find active tasks that are live, that we care about most and are high priority to us, has points assigned to it, go complete it, get those points. And once you get those points, you rank up higher in the ownership platform. And this is our way of finding high value holders and creating that relationship between activist investors and Umbra. So Umbra can grow, your bags can grow, everybody can grow as a gigantic network and protocol.
Nice, nice. And I especially like that you can either, just hold 10,000 Umbra, so you can, get to that point of tier 2 very quickly, or you can, let's say grind your way up to there as well
Yeah.
by supporting. So super cool. And then let's just, the last question here. I mean, I want some alpha because when I see points, I already have something that connects me with that. It's probably not what you guys are doing, but can you tell me just a little bit about these points and the tiers, and why should I, as a user, strive for having more points and more and higher tier?
Your only right now your only benefit, like this platform we want to maintain as a pure access platform. Like we do not want to corrupt this platform, right? This is a platform that is going to be untainted. By what that I mean, it's not done for farming of any sort. It's not done for ulterior benefits or some other benefits that you might receive by participating here. This is done because you believe you can add value to Umbra, and you are a holder of Umbra, and you feel like, hey, there's no better way for me to contribute to something that I already hold. It's literally the definition of being able to participate in a permissionless open ecosystem. So your benefit and upside is being able to contribute to the growth of Umbra, and as a result, benefiting from it. Generally, of course, the higher the tier access that you get, the more information, the more custom experiences you might receive. For example, tier 3 probably unlocks the ability to participate in our proposals, or being able to express sentiment, being able to work with us directly, have team threads where you can communicate and share deeper insights about the product feedback, and so on. There's a lot more you can do on the platform, but it just deepens your engagement as you go higher. That's your primary benefit.
Amazing, amazing. And anyone can join, right? Anyone can go right now on
Yeah,
ownership.umberprivacy.com, launch the app, and just sign up either. I think I saw with email, with wallet, even with Telegram. So it's quite open.
yeah, absolutely.
Amazing, amazing. So amazing. Let's just jump into the next one, which is Umbra Web, right? So you announced that it's right now in whitelist mode, or waitlist mode, and but I see that some people are already able to get in. So just tell me about Umbra Web. I think obviously it's like you have Umbra on Test Flight, iOS, you have Umbra on Android, but now we also have web. Is it just the usual browser wallet, which allows a lot more people to enter, or will it have something additionally as well?
It will have something additional for sure, and it will have something that starts with the web and then transitions over to the wallets as well. But if you use the Umbra web app, you'll see this. But for starters, just to give like a clear picture, the web experience is something that we believe um, is a more robust and a more easy to access platform, right? So anyone can participate in privacy. You don't need to have an iOS, you don't need to have an iPhone to be able to check out the iOS wallet. So you can always use the extension, use the Android wallet, use the iOS wallet, or the terminal, which is the web app. The web app has um, everything that you need from Umbra. The compliance parts, you'll have swaps, you'll have private transfers, in a very clean UI, easy to access for you. There's also the bridge. I don't know if it's enabled for everyone. So this is probably, I think anyone that's used it has probably seen it. And if you haven't, then there you go. I leaked something. So it's a part of the experience. There's a lot of things to do, and I think we've started distributing access codes to a handful of people that are active engagers and have participated and worked with or like engaged with Umbra on feedback, support, and all sorts of things, and also some people that we trust to give us a strong opinion on improving it.
Nice. So now that you tell me, I'm just connecting the dots a little bit. How are the ownership website we just showed and the web, are they connected in any way? Saying that what I'm trying to say is, in the future, could the points on the ownership website for Umbra be somehow connected? Like, let's say if you have your tier 3, you will be, higher priority for being accepted into the waitlist. Is this something you've been thinking about?
Honestly, no. I think because there's a lot happening on the web itself,
Mm-hmm.
and there's so many tiered. Let's think of it this way. Right now, the ownership platform is an independent platform that does a very independent task. That is, the point system is structured for a particular type of an audience base. You may be a participant in the point system in the ownership platform because you're an investor, but probably you don't care about using the product as much because you probably do it once in a while. You don't swap that actively. It's great if you do because it contributes to understanding why you hold an Umbra token. So I'd implore everyone to like participate and use the products, but it is not necessary that it's an overlap. In the future, we may you know move things across and let people transition their points or something of that sort, but not the plan right now. And the web app itself will also have its own systems. For example, right now, if you go to the web platform, if you don't have an access code, you get a referral point or a referral system. The referral system has a point system that's designed to be an exclusively pre-launch point system that allows you to rank up higher and get access faster to the platform. So if you haven't done that, you should. So you can queue up faster.
Amazing, amazing. I mean, love it. I mainly use mobile for my wallets, but I mean, it's really good that you guys are finally also getting into crying. I mean, the best thing is that you are going, slowly. You first did the mobiles, and then after that was, working pretty much perfectly. Now you're moving on to web, which is amazing. Is there anything else you would like to share on this topic on the web before we move on to the rewards?
Mm, no, I think I'd love for people to try it out. Give us feedback. If you haven't received a code, it's all right. Not many have. We're trying to be very, very, very specific about who gets it for now, and we're slowly ramping up more codes. So that's all.
Perfect, perfect, really nice. So then we can straight up move on to the last topic for the first segment, which is Umbra rewards. I mean, not much is public, so I mean, this is your stage to give all the alpha. Can you tell us just more about it? What is it? How does it work? And then what are the rewards? How do we earn them?
There's only so much I can tell about the Umbra rewards right now, but I will tell you it is closely tied to our ability to facilitate and add new token pools, and it's going to be massive. I believe it's going to be massive. That is, it's going to help in creation of more pools. Um, it's going to be a fun community experience. As for what I can say about the pool, about the rewards itself, um, you have to understand what we care about most, and what we think is going to help Umbra the network and every user the most. It's primarily two things. That is, one, people holding native assets or assets in Umbra pool for whatever the asset is. Could be one of the majors, could be a stable coin, could be something else, or a tail end asset. And the other is actively participating within the pool with said asset. That means you make a private transfer, you make a private swap, and so on. All of it contributes to the anonymity of each pool. And as a result, your next participant in the pool um, probably gets a faster transaction or a faster anonymity score to be able to claim something, right? So it's beneficial to everyone. And the reward program is going to be designed to facilitate that and make it a much more a smoother experience for you to be able to use private transfers, private swaps, as well as potentially access more tokens. I think that's about all I can share.
Amazing, amazing. I mean, I would love to ask more questions, but I know, I mean, you guys are doing your launches very well, taking your time. So I'm not gonna ask much more questions there. But since we do have about 5 more minutes, I would like to run through the newest things you announced, or even that you teased, and just we can get some one sentence answers from you. Um, First thing that we saw an hour ago is private crypto payroll. What can we hear about this? I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
It sounds obvious, but what's the what's the timeline? And also, do you plan to be integrated with platforms that have payroll already that they can just make private?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes to all of that. As for timelines, we've been thinking about this for a hot minute now. We've been working on this for a while, alongside our Streamflow integration as well. So that's been an active work in progress. As for what I can say about it is, we already had a few teams use the Umbra pool for transfer. Actually, one team for sure distributed payments through Umbra pools to their employees. It was a test payment. It was the actual salary for that month had been paid through Umbra,
Mm-hmm.
but we wanted to do the full experience point of just using Umbra wallets directly to make those payments by depositing it, and that taught us a fair amount of what we needed to know about building this platform. So. Hopefully, you should be able to see something soon. That's a bare bone structure POC, being able to make payrolls through Umbra. But we, yes, also are going to use this to allow any team that does payrolls already to just plug in our SDK. That's our goal. So we build custom integrations, and now any team can just use it and go spin up their own private payroll and distribute it to their customers and clients. So yes to everything.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you for that, Alpha. Another thing I wanted to cover, which I couldn't see here. Yeah, here it is. So the hackathon winners from your sidetrack. We already, we had Swish on the previous roadshow that we did. We had Seedless on the previous report. So we also like talked about these projects quite a bit before. The main question here I want to have is how are you planning to support the builders that won these three products? Is it just with the financing that they get from the winning, or how do you plan, to support them to build out their actual product and go to market?
We were hackathon participants long before we were what we are today, right? And we understand what that space is. I've personally been involved with devs and builders for the last 6 years of my life, helping get them off the ground, doing GTM for them, helping them raise capital, whether it was Metadao or before that, in my venture time and other places, and also actively working with them on the product and ideation strategy. So, me, Jay, a crew, a lot of the team, we've spent our time doing exactly this, getting teams off the ground, and we understand it fairly well. So that's what we're going to do best. That is, we're going to help teams get started, help them with GTM, finalize their product idea, and help them with brainstorming whatever strategy they need. I had a few calls recently with a few other teams that are looking to integrate our smaller teams, but they're just getting started. They had questions around how do we get our first users, how do we get the next 100 or next 1,000 users, what do we do, how do we plug ourselves in with other teams, how do we best utilize the capital we have to get the maximum ROI from that capital, whether that's for growth or for like producing new outcomes or new products. And that's our job. We'll help you figure as best as we can, and get you off the ground. So I'd love to work with teams that want to use Umbra, and yeah, we can support anyone.
Amazing, amazing. And I assume, I mean, we had these three really, really successful and interesting products that were highlighted here. I assume that for the future, you also plan to do similar things to this, like supporting builders through the hackathons, doing sidetracks, and just getting more projects to use the SDK, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the goal. So we have two areas we are actively focused on. That is onboarding teams ground up. That is the hackathon participants. Then we have this segment of teams that are already building, have traction, have revenue that we want to work with. We're actually talking to or integrating right now. And then we have this higher tier of teams that is essentially teams that have been around for a while, done billions in volume, and are bigger integrations and require a little more work and process. All of these three segments are primary focus areas for us.
Amazing, amazing. Super cool. I mean, we went through pretty much all the updates. That's all that went down with Umbra in the past month, which is so much stuff, and of course, can't wait to update on the new updates in the next reports and also the next radio. I think we covered pretty much everything for the first segment. Maybe unless you have anything else to add for now, Abbas, we can take 1 minute. For the next segment, we'll be having on Malisha, the founder of Streamflow, and they can talk about. They're going to be talking about the new partnership with Umbra. For that, we will be having Messi from our team, who is going to be leading that segment. So we have a little bit more diversity here as well. So for now, I'm gonna put myself down. Abbas also, I'll put you down. I can put Messi up. He can give a little bit of introduction. He can then introduce crew, and then Malisha, and then we can get into it.
Sounds great. Thank you so much.
Of course, of course. Let's go.
GM, everyone. I'm SrMessi. Thanks for watching the live stream. This is Ownership Report. We are Ownership, and we are the media arm of MetaDAO and Ownership Coins. We just had Vukan and my friend Abbas explaining a little about the new web page, ownership, and the reward system, and a little more about the alphas. And now I want to introduce you another great team member of Umbra, Crew. How are you, my friend?
Good morning, sir. Good morning. How's it going?
Good morning. All good, all good. And you?
Perfect, perfect.
Nice. So, sorry, I'm not doctored yet, but son, you are going to watch my face all the time. And we can start talking a little about this news we saw on the timeline. Probably all the
Right.
timeline was about this. And
Mm-hmm.
Umbra and Streamflow. What are
Mm-hmm.
you cooking there, brother?
Man, yeah, it's been an amazing time collaborating with the guys at Streamflow. It's been like a long time coming. I saw them supporting us during the ICO as well, and it's good to see that the support has maintained over the months that we've been building, and yeah, so we've like built this uh, private token vesting product live on Solana, allowing projects to vest, distribute tokens uh, confidentially at scale. This is a one project in the entire world. No one has ever built this before, and I'm just glad to have it built with Streamflow.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And let me introduce to Malisha from Streamflow.
Hello, hello.
Welcome. Well, how are you, GM?
How are you, Senior Messi? How are you, crew?
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I'm good. I'm good. It's a nice day here. And can you tell us a little more about this partnership, this way to build together? I think you are giving a really good example to the crypto space.
Yes, I think crew really said it well, that this is very unique. To the best of my knowledge, this is the first time it's ever been done, that you have private, confidential, programmable token transfers like vesting or other type of on-chain distribution. And it's done on a public blockchain. So it's not like, it's a privacy on a public blockchain. We have gotten interest throughout years for this, like from our customers, from the market. but there really hasn't been so far appropriate technology, to actually bring it to the market. We know that Arcum and Umbra are early in their stages and process, but we felt confident to bring it up to the market with them. So expect that this will actually go live in well, it's always tough with estimates, but we're talking here about weeks, not like months or years.
Okay.
Bring this to market.
Yeah. A few days can be really weeks here, but we know Arcum and Umbra have been building pretty much that and pretty more that, for example, for my point of view, the token prices are reflecting. So I'm bullish really on the Umbra team, like the way they are building. Also, I already interacted and used Streamflow in the past, so I'm probably going to be one of the users of this vesting, private vesting. It's okay? We can call this way?
Yes,
Perfect,
definitely.
perfect.
Private vesting
And
is the name.
so this not live yet. You're like testing on the net. You are about to implement this in some weeks, maybe.
Yeah, our RQ mainnet is, not launched yet.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and that's a dependency for Umbra, and then a dependency for us. So we need
Perfect. So it's more a question for Arcum. Exactly. Okay, we are watching right now the timeline. This was the announcement. There is a way to explain a little more how this is going to be used, but by like more, let's say, the users,
Yeah.
how we are going to kind of interact with this tool, this improvement from Streamflow building
Yes.
with Umbra.
Yes. On a very high level, this is something that was demanded by bigger teams usually. What in these announcements are called institutionals. So think of projects launching at hundreds of millions of FDV at the moment. Sorry, at the TG.
Yeah.
And a lot of them and a lot of their investors require some level of confidentiality or privacy, because they just don't want everyone to figure out what are the wallets, and maybe make a connection between a wallet and the person, and track their proceedings, and what are they doing with it, whether they're staking it or withdrawing it or selling it, or whatever person can do with their assets. So I think it's a step in the right direction in terms of like all most of the financial data would have to be somehow hidden from the plain sight. So this brings up
Okay.
new use cases like payroll, for instance, right? Because it's right, if it's done on chain on Solana right now without the privacy technology, like everyone can see how much you're earning.
Yeah.
So not the ideal scenario.
No, exactly. I was going about to ask a little about this. What happened, for example, if the authorities want to know about the funds vesting there, about probably they are investigating someone and you don't know who is using your platform. Of course, that is the main point of crypto and privacy. Can authorities like try to get information about the people vesting token or something like that?
Crew, you want to take this one?
Yeah, sure. I think at Umbra we follow a compliance first process with this particular product, right? Like the rules are still the same. Uh, we use the services of something called Range to scan every wallet that is created on Umbra. not scanning what they own, scanning basically who they are. If these wallets are, are in any of those OFAC blacklist, or by blacklisted by Tether or Circle, you are not allowed to create an account on Umbra. Uh, so this gives you the users, and both these protocols, Umbra and Streamflow, a user base that is completely compliant and doesn't break rules at any point. So yeah.
Perfect question. Perfect. An answer. Thank you very much for that. Sorry, a little noise here. And I was like wondering how this partnership came, because you probably have been cooking this in the backstage for a little while. How this come together? Like, you met from the Colosseum hackathons, and there you been working with the same teams together. How this came to life?
Yeah, I mean, Malisha would have his own side of the story, but I've always seen the Streamflow team support early projects like like Umbra, and I've seen them around supporting us ever since TGE. And like the doors were always open for us to have a conversation. And I think it was Milosh from the Streamflow team who had this idea. He just approached us, and I got the entire team to basically think of ideas on how we can work with Streamflow. Uh, the thing that we uh, had to work on is the technical side of things, right? Like uh, the case that is made here is the use of the Umbra SDK and how composable it is with different infrastructures. And Streamflow is like the perfect example, and this private vesting product is the perfect example of creating it and building something really cool. And like on Streamflow's end, the engineers were so welcoming. They still are working like day in and day out with the Umbra team to build this, and it like the internal demo has been really well done. We saw things live. We saw things working completely, like absolutely perfectly, and it's gonna be an amazing launch for both these teams.
Thank you. And what's your side of the story, Malisha, if we can know?
Yes, I think crew covered it pretty well. It's I think this like Milos approached from our team, and we wanted to offer this. We wanted to offer private vesting, and then we were looking at what are the options, how we can do this for our clients. And after going through some uh, market research, due diligence, we figured out it's best to partner up with Umbra at this point, because it's just simplest and most straightforward way out of all the other options that were present at that given point in time.
Yeah, thank you. And I agree, Umbra has been really supportive with a lot of teams, a lot of people in the crypto space lately. Since they really came out from MetaDAO, I saw them literally every day trying to connect with every founder, every builder. And thank you for this crew and the whole team of Umbra. If I'm not wrong, probably almost of 100 billion was moved through vesting and unlocks the last year in 2025, and almost all of this is traceable. I think this is more for crew, but what is the impact of this? What is that public visibility actually costs to projects when it happens an unlock window, for example?
Yeah, I mean, there's this complete exposure of your identity. It along with it, you get to know about unlock timelines. You could build your trading theories around it. Uh, You could see, allocation sizes, who is betting on what and to what extent. And this is publicly available to anyone who is watching the chain. This creates like so many opportunities where transactions can be front run, uh, and creates information asymmetries that projects would likely have just limited to prevent uh, any mishap. Uh, so like this partnership right here, what we have is just extremely important for capital flowing on chain, and it's the perfect way for investors to protect their capital.
Perfect.
I
Thank
also
you.
want to say, like,
Yeah, of course.
I mean, there's also a contrarian take, which is that transparency is important. That people would really need to, like, this is one of the core value propositions the Streamflow offers is these token dashboards where you can actually track unlocks on chain. But the thing is, like, people should have optionality. There are teams who might not want to do it and might not want to be fully transparent, and good, we can offer that as well. And there are different, like in the privacy space, there are different levels. They're like pseudo anonymity, confidentiality, etc. So you can achieve something like proving what the vesting schedules are, and in total, what is the amount of tokens is being unlocked, but concealing and not showing who is the end wallet, end user, beneficiary. So all kind of different um, possibilities there where you can mix and match and have the best of both worlds, like transparent disclosures. It's needed for the market participants, and also keeping someone's identity, as Cruz said, at the end of the day.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I made a poll a few days ago and was pretty tight about what is more important, privacy or transparency. And I think both. It depends on the context, of course. It depends on how do you want to use privacy and how do you want to use transparency. And this is more for you, I think, Malisha. We saw like Streamflow keeps exciting existing toolset and price condition, but this require something new for the founders, like the teams that already are using Streamflow. They need to do something new to interact with these new tools that Umbra is providing, or I mean for their existing logs, or it's not retroactive and is not going to work this way.
So no, it's not like we don't meddle. Streamflow doesn't meddle with what's already out there and existing. So this is once this goes live to production, it is going to be available as an option for all new customers. Sure, there are options if some of the existing customers want to kind of switch to this model, but that would actually require them canceling and recreating contracts. So it's going to be like from that point onwards, simply because we just don't touch what's already out there, like have that yeah, if that was your question. I don't know if
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much. Sorry, I got mute because
No
I'm with
worries.
some noise here.
No worries.
And at the same
You're
time,
a great football player, so everything is forgiven to this. You're Messi.
thank you. Yeah, a lot of people keep thinking I am the real Messi.
And
This I should
you sound like you speak Spanish, like you're from.
I should put parody on my account. I have here Abbas, my friend. We talked to a lot of the ownership radio. How are you? Do you want to share some takes here about the partnership with the Streamflow and everything we are talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the team's already covered Crow and Malisha both, but this is, I would say, a much bigger opportunity than one would think on surface level, right? The market itself that we have tapped into is massive. The potential there is massive, but it naturally benefits anyone and everyone that cares about privacy, not just people that vest tokens. So if you look a layer deeper, it's not like if a team vests with Streamflow and Umbra through private vesting is going to benefit from it, but also any and every holder that's ever used that's ever going to use Umbra or private, let's say our wallets or our terminal or web app and so on, is they're all going to benefit from it, because it adds to the anonymity, it adds to the network, the teams are going to benefit from it, etc. And naturally, this would probably end up being, in my opinion, a pivotal moment for privacy because you're going to attract a lot more teams to build on it, to use this, to work with the teams, vesting with Streamflow as well, and so on. So, just wanted to add that it's a massive opportunity, and I think uh, people are probably not entirely able to comprehend the possibilities over here.
Yeah, I agree totally. And if Crew or Malisha want to add something more, I have probably one more question, but it's a pretty hard one because hearing you, I have some
Yes,
ideas, but I don't want
yes,
to
go
share
on.
my ideas. No,
Give
no.
us the hard question. Go.
I got a question for you, dude.
Oh, okay.
And
Let's start with that.
when is ownership podcast launching a token, and when is it being vested with us?
Oh, I'm not the CIO of Ownership FM. I'm just the radio host, and now I'm giving my take here. But I saw some posts in the timeline about competing on Colosseum, so that is all I can say. But I encourage everyone to follow Ownership FM because something might happen in the future. But thank you for the hard question. Now I feel more relaxed to make these questions. Some ideas come to my mind while I'm listening to you, and I already used Streamflow in the past. We can expect another kind of tools that's just vesting with the Streamflow and privacy tools, or you can't leak anything of this yet. Anyone that wanted to answer, like,
What is the question there?
if like I already use Streamflow in the past, and I think you have another. It's not only vesting. I'm right. You have another like tools for community and developers and builders.
Yes,
We
yeah.
we can expect like another privacy tools on a Streamflow, or this is like can't be leaked yet.
I would say yes. I mean, we didn't make these agreements, but I would say yes if this turns out to be a good pilot, and if there is a demand from the market, then definitely yes. Like the way we um, build and deliver offering to the market is we figure out if there's a demand, and if yes, if there's a viable business case behind it, we go for it.
That this is the
To
way. This is the way.
yeah,
Yeah.
to 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 add to what Malaysia just said, I mean that's the whole point of doing privacy in a manner that's composable, right? The possibilities are endless here. It's just a demand that we are scoping out for, and we just enable anything and everything that's possible on chain to add a layer of privacy to it. That's the benefit that you have while using Umbra, and Streamflow is just showing an example of it. There's just so many other verticals to build upon, and it's just the beginning. It's just one of the first ideas that's being implemented. Now on to to the stars we go from here.
Perfect. Perfect. And just that you asked, what about the Umbra token? How is doing? And I'm holding some. I want to know. This brings some attention to Umbra, like
So these are
yes.
so tough questions, huh?
I'm a trader, so I like to know. I don't know. This
Do you
brings
want,
some
do you want me
brought
to
some
answer, do
attention.
you want me to answer this one too?
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead.
I think it's like founders are put in a very uncomfortable position and pressure constant about managing token holder expectations all the time, 24/7, and sometimes that time and energy could be better spent in just focusing on advancing the business metrics forward. So I would just be like a lawyer to Crew and Umbra here, and say, just if they're doing good work, cut them some slack. Don't ask about the price every day. Like VC investors wait 4 to 8, 9 years to get a return, and
Mhm.
crypto people expecting a return in like hours, not even days and weeks that we're talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Um.
seconds lately. Yeah, group, please.
Uh, See, I've embraced this culture, right? Like, the day I entered, this industry, this ecosystem. Um, like, if anyone does, by the way, like, if anyone's on their day one, they quickly understand what the importance of what token is. Uh, the good thing here is having a few structure underneath, doing a TGE through MetaDAO, giving use participants ownership to uh, to a company, to a young company like us. Uh, Price action always matters. It's the best marketing tool that ever existed. Um, for us, I think Abbas and I do consider it as a product itself. Uh, I'm all okay if you ask me, how the token is doing in its good times or in its bad times. Our job is to build an amazing company, nurture talent, and help this ecosystem grow. And if that means that the Umbra token goes up, I'm happy with it. And if it goes down, then I pretty well know that I'm doing something wrong. Uh, so yeah, just be
What,
comfortable
what,
where you are.
what if you're not? What if you're not? What if it's just the broader market sentiment and every other business metric is showing you that you're doing good, but the market is
Uh,
irrational from that standpoint?
and then I think it's just founders having faith in themselves that the token price will correct itself. Uh, Otherwise, it's in a good position to buy more. And smart investors would just understand that the fact that it's the company is doing really good, just the token price isn't reflecting it.
I agree with both of you. I also have to say that in crypto, it's like you on finance, on traditional finance, you don't have these holders asking all the time for the token price, but the price action, sorry, of the share. And we have in crypto like these holders worry all the day about the token price. But one thing I learned here is that we should encourage these people of the community, the token holders, to ask what they can do also for the token price, because we are like you are building in public here and we are building all together. Me as a Umbra holder, I'm willing to help Umbra to get the token price and not just complain and ask when and what the token price is going up.
Devs do
Um,
something.
yeah, at least do something. Exactly. So yeah, that's my point of view, and I of course, as you know, I'm bullish on the wall Futarchi and MetaDAO and the ownership coin ecosystem, not just because it's part of my life today, but also because I really believe in this concept of the market giving information. But probably this is from another topic and another report. I want to thank you, all of you. I promise the next time probably I'm going to be doxed and you are going to see my face. I'm not Messi. I'm SrMessi from Ownership Radio and MetaDAO. And thank you, crew, for being here. Thank you for giving your point of view. It's always thank you for your times. It's always valuable. Thank you, Malisha, also for being here. bullish on Streamflow. Thank you for building all these tools. And thank you, Abbas, my brother. Hope to see you in the next radio show this Sunday, like every Sunday at 3 p.m. UTC. This was Ownership Report. Thank you very much for joining, and see you next day.